I guess she's an Xbox and I'm on Atari. Oh, but the way you play your game ain't fair. I picture the fool that falls in love with you. Oh, yeah. I guess you know. I got some news for you. Oh,
go in and tell your little girlfriend.
I see you driving around town with the girl I love, and I'm like, forget you. I think that Gwyneth Paltrow's cover of that song should be in the Library of Congress.
What was that?
Glee.
Oh, Glee.
Come on.
Yeah, you're right. I think that song in general is pretty good.
I think it took me many years to learn that the actual song was called Fuck You.
Well, I mean, because we only listened to the censored
Yeah,
version.
I mean, it was just so popularized.
So popular. I played
And
that
I
in
was
the
kind of
marching
like,
band.
you know what? Forget You is better than Fuck You.
Yeah.
It has a better ring to it.
The line of him saying, I guess the change in my pocket wasn't enough. Like, that is just, I feel that in my spirit.
It also reminds me, Justin Bieber's, if you like the way you look so much, then honey, you should go and fuck yourself. But was it ever fuck, or did they change the, like, is there...
No, I think it originally had to be fuck, and then it went to Love Yourself. Although, is the song not called Love Yourself?
It's called Love Yourself.
Then fuck yourself is like he was feeling edgy.
Well, I think the song was originally like he's saying like if you like the way you look so much, you should go fuck yourself. And then like they had to change it for radio play to Love Yourself, and then they ended up with Love Yourself.
Wow, that's a beautiful message.
Really, it's amazing how one word can change a song like that.
You should. So I'm sorry. If you like the way you look so much, then baby, you should go and love yourself.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense, does it?
I'm sorry, because I wouldn't be switching out love and fuck. Like, that doesn't
go
make
and kill yourself.
That's basically what he should have changed it to.
That's horrible.
That's horrible.
That's horrible. Sean Kingston.
Did anything ever happen to CeeLo Green?
Yeah.
Yeah, had to have, right?
Yeah, it did.
CeeLo, not looking good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
There goes our childhood.
CeeLo Green was your childhood?
I'm pretty sure wasn't he not a part of some other group?
Barkley.
Gnarls Barkley. What's that song? That song the girls love to...
Crazy!
Every American Idol audition, every Emmy audition.
Loved it. They loved it.
It's like, okay, let's leave it to Gnarls.
That, The Chain.
The Chain. And Mercy.
And Chain
Begging
of
you
Fools.
for mercy.
Simon Cowell's favorite song is, I think, Chain of Fools.
Has to be.
I think that's unfortunately a fact I remember. Sometimes I remember things and I am just astounded. In the middle of the night last night, I opened my eyes.
Like
and I had a vision of my cousin Alyssa on the stage at Rocking Horse Ranch telling a joke. And I said, I had to be no more than 5 years old. Why did that just pop into my mind?
Oh,
and
like
I was
an actual time
Alyssa.
she did it?
Yes.
Oh.
And she told it horribly.
Can you please just elaborate?
It was, she basically tried to say the joke she tried to tell, and it was like there was a magician there, and she said, and she's probably listening to this, or at least someone she knows is, so this will get back to Alyssa. The joke was, in its essence, why was the cat afraid of the pumpkin?
Okay.
I want you to guess.
Why was the cat afraid of the pumpkin? Because those guts were all over the place.
You think that's
because Boo? So okay, hold on. There has to be something with like, okay, so cats meow, cats scratch, cats they arch. No, it's not gonna come to me.
Because he was a scaredy cat. And so it didn't go over well in the room. And she was about 4 to 5 years old. And also
it's
she
like get her off the
stumbled
stage.
her way through I think she stumbled her way through the joke and the punchline.
Yeah.
So I think what may have come out was, why was the scaredy cat afraid of the pumpkin?
And I think...
And then what do you say? Then you say, fuck, I gave away the punchline.
Oh, that...
So then you're reiterating because he was a scaredy cat.
Oh, that just hit me in a part like of my soul that I didn't need to feel.
So that's how I woke up at 3 a.m.
I also think we're not equipping the youth with the jokes that are needed, because I think that joke in general is always going to fall flat.
I can only assume that was creative at 4 to 5. She was Miss Maisling it for sure. Like that was definitely like she got up on that stage and she said, I have to come up with something good. I have to come up with something fast, and I have to come up with something now. And that's what she came up with. And we got to give her credit.
We got to give her credit, because a lot of people aren't willing to get on a stage.
Congrats, Alyssa.
Congrats, Alyssa. That's so powerful.
Yeah, that's good.
That's really good. Would you want to get on the stage right now and tell a joke?
No.
I mean,
that's
we
what
try.
we do every day of our lives in some ways. Life's a stage.
Yeah, life's a stage.
And life's a joke.
It is one big stupid joke.
And no stage will let us on it. Just for laughs. Just for laughs refuses fathom the concept of us being invited to Canada.
No, they don't want us in their country.
That's what
they don't think we're funny. They don't. They think we're pathetic. And that's like whatever. Like I'll keep talking until someone laughs.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's whatever. Someone, you know what? I think it's a good learning lesson. Someone out there needs to think you're pathetic. And if it's just for laughs, it's just for laughs.
Right. And another good lesson is, why was the cat afraid of the pumpkin?
Because it was a scaredy cat.
Good children. I'm Joe Hedges.
And I'm Andrew Muscarella.
And this is Good Children.
We spent the past 25 years growing together.
Jesus Christmas, Mary and
Joseph.
And now it's time for us to finally grow up. You know, Andrew, growing up with you these past 25 years has been such a delight and a journey and, you know, in some ways a nightmare at times.
Sometimes, like, it's 3:44 in the morning and you wake up and you think about it. You're like, oh, my God, 25 years of friendship.
25 years.
Yeah, that's
25
wild.
25 years. Our friendship could rent a car.
Our friendship could rent a car. That's a really good way to put it.
Yeah.
People who are turning 50 might be celebrating their 25th wedding anniversary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are basically celebrating our 25th wedding anniversary. Again, it's the silver year.
That's a quarter century.
Yeah.
Silver year.
Yeah.
I could use some silver.
Well, you take all the forks and spoons out of the house.
That is literally not true. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's so stupid. That's so stupid. There's so many forks in there. It's like, I don't want to put this.
Andrew, because I bought an entire new set of forks.
Where did the forks go, Joe? You got pots in your room.
I bought an entire new set of forks.
You have pots in your room.
I have no pots in my room, Andrew. I have no pots in my room.
You're making macaroni in your room, basically.
You make up these horrible lies. What I occasionally will use a pot to fill my fish tank. Occasionally, and I haven't done that in a very long time.
It's
probably
like
since
I won't come
the
on
New
this
Year.
podcast any
Probably since
longer.
Before the New Year.
I won't come on this podcast any
Probably
longer.
Since before the New Year.
If I am being blamed for anything that's happening in this apartment with forks, I barely even eat. I'm kidding. I like eat a lot, but that's like not even funny. It's not even funny because I got those forks up for us for a reason.
What? You got the forks?
Yes, girl, I got the utensils for this space.
For this apartment?
Yes.
Did you?
Yes. On Amazon. It's insane.
You're always in Bezos's pocket.
Don't even.
Today we are reflecting on a subject that is quite controversial in the gay community, wouldn't you say?
I would say, I mean,
all communities.
There's all communities.
Prevalent in the gay community.
It's prevalent. I don't even know if the people that I surround myself with would call it controversial just because it's so normalized. But I do believe I've met a few that think it's very controversial.
And actually, I would like to start this episode taking a visit to the guidance office because I have a surprise for everybody.
Good children to the guidance office.
Hey, Joe and Andrew, it's Grant. Okay, so I heard you're talking about open relationships, and no shade, I have a few things to say, and this is to the gays. Well, I guess mainly it's the gays who are in fucking open relationships. Y'all piss me off, no shade. Can you say greedy? Can you say greedy? Okay, and honestly, like, it's fine if you act like you're in a relationship, whatever. Maybe you play together, you disclose that information up front, or it's very, very obvious. This man, this past weekend, DMs me and is, like, flirting with me, like, over DMs, like, and he's cute, like, so I'm, like, interested, of course. I'm responding back, like, he's asking me where I'm from, like, oh, what do I do for a living, like, blah, 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 like, getting to know me. And then, so I take a little peruse on his Instagram. I take a closer look, right? He is, like, pictured with another guy a few rows down, a few swipes down, and I'm like, wait, does this man have a fucking boyfriend? So I go back and I DM him, like, do you have a boyfriend? And he's like, yeah, haha. Then why are you fucking flirting with me? He was like, yeah, haha, we're open. Why are you flirting with me then? Like, why are you actually trying to get to know? Like, I'm sorry, but you, with the open relationships of it all, no shade, I need you guys to, like, you and your partner to have a conversation for real and really get to the bottom of, like, why are y'all open? And Joe, I know you're in an open relationship, but, like, why are you open? What is it? If it's, like, a sexual thing and it's very communicative and I'm just struggling. I'm struggling, you guys, so help me out. I think it's greedy. I think it's like maybe a gay emotional immaturity stunted trauma thing maybe, but I don't know. You guys are the professionals here, so let me know. And if anyone is single and hot, Grant Gibbs is looking, you guys, and is ready. Well, actually not really. I have some issues too, but I will not be open, no shade. Okay, bye, Illy. I'm actually at Animal right now with you, Joe. Like, I'm looking at you right now as I leave this message. Okay, bye, love you guys.
No shade.
No shade. Grant Gibbs. So Grant Gibbs, almost special guest. I said I'm going to let you go over a minute.
Yeah, that's definitely a special guest. That's actually a feature on the episode. Yeah. Grant Gibbs of Twink and a Redhead fame. He brought up some good points.
He brought up some great points. He lays a foundation for the episode.
Like if you could get the message through the 15 no shades, like if you could get from the fact that he didn't want to throw shade to any of the gays that are out there, yet that shade was thrown.
Shade finds a way.
There was an emotionally
stunted, immature. Yes.
So like that was definitely brought up. He brings up a good point, because I've even thinking about like getting into relationships and setting the foundation, because I think that you are going to be the expert here, since you have been in a relationship for I would say almost 3 years, which is wild. So walk everybody through. What was the foundation of your relationship when you guys met each other? Was it already with you had conversations around maybe in the future we could open up? Like, what was the foundation?
Well, first of all, let's actually talk even before then.
Okay.
Prior to this relationship, my thoughts on open relationships, I was not thinking about them. It felt very much exactly what Grant said. Like it seems like there must be a foundational problem in the relationship if you can't just fuck each other. And like, especially in that voicemail, I think he brings up some great points. But I was very afraid of the concept of an open relationship for sure. I definitely idealized and romanticized monogamy in a big way. And then I got into my relationship. Dating phase, great. Yeah. Dating phase was great. And then we like made it official. And then it was really a struggle for me, especially. Number one, Ross is 5 years older than me. Number two, I was not exactly sexually liberated when I met Ross at all. I mean, you can go back and watch the tapes. You know what I mean? Go back to season 1 of the fucking podcast. Season 1 to maybe 3 of the podcast. Number three, Ross's relationship to sex was very different than mine. He had never been in a relationship before.
Me and Ross have a lot of similarities.
You actually really do. The more and more I think about it, the more I see things, I'm like, whoa, you guys really link up in a crazy way. Yeah. I had been in a couple relationships, whatever, no shade. No shade. But I was in a few relationships prior. And Ross was definitely, I think I was entering a phase where I didn't really care. Yeah. I was like, I'll give anything a shot. I was a much less, at this point, like anxious attachment dater. I was like, I don't really need this person. They're new to my life. If this gets fucked up and bad, whatever. What do I really lose besides like a potential relationship? So I was willing to give this thing a shot. Months of trauma on both ends. Everyone suffered. I remember everyone suffered.
At the beginning, it was kind of a rigmarole.
It was because the issue was communication. Like, I think that what forged me and Ross's relationship and what makes it so like substantial and healthy now is what made it so shaky in the beginning, which is like we needed to learn right away how to actually say what we're feeling and how to actually communicate, because I was, although I thought I had made some improvement, definitely still willing to accept less than what I wanted, or maybe not express completely how I was feeling in an attempt to smooth over.
So pleasing
people pleasing
in a way.
Yes, yeah. I think that dating Ross has really helped me with my people pleasing in a big way, because I don't think that he has that in
At this point, I don't think, well, no, you guys are definitely pleasing each other, but I see your interactions sometimes and be like, you guys will have a conversation and you'll say it how it is.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Ross will show up and you're like, that's a fun outfit.
Yeah, no, it really is just very much to the point. In the beginning, Yeah, so I don't, it's kind of blurry to me at this point. Ross definitely was the one who, he said to me when we made it official, do you want to be in an open or closed relationship? And for some psychotic reason,
you said open.
I said open. For some psychotic reason, like I was in no way, shape, or form built for something like that.
But do you think by him just asking that question alone, you already assumed that he wanted to be open? Well, so you just said open.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think it was that people pleasing where I was like, oh, he wants to be in an open relationship. Sure, I'll give it a shot.
As someone who, like, again, you've had boyfriends before, but I think that, like, because I think about this when I'm getting into a relationship too. It's like, you said yes to an open relationship at the beginning when all you really want to feel is like validated, desired, and affirmed. And that's pretty hard at the beginning if it is open right off the bat.
Right. And so our concept of open, though, from the beginning, actually, I don't think we even established many boundaries, except for I was like, we're not gonna be in a relationship and both be on Grindr in the same city. Like, I cannot be using the apps and you also be using the apps when we could be fucking each other. Like that, I was like, that's crazy. Like that, I refuse. And if we get to that point, pack it up. We're done. We shouldn't be dating. Why are we dating each other?
Imagine, because I think this is gonna be a really true test for, I mean, you guys live in the same city, you live very close to each other, but when you do end up living together, there are so many relationships with people who are on the apps. Either they have their accounts linked, which is fine, or someone's on the app and being like, yeah, I can't host tonight. My boyfriend's here, but I can come to you. I'm like, okay, so your boyfriend is here currently. You are going to leave that space and say, hey, bye, babe, I'll see you later.
That to me is something different. Like, I would be really upset if I was in that situation. And the thing is, I'm really not going to judge it because I can see how even my situation seems crazy and outlandish to other people. So whatever, but I do think that's insane.
I wouldn't say I'm going to cast judgment. It's just obviously not for me. People can do whatever they want to do, but I do believe, to Grant's point, no shade, like there is probably a conversation, a deeper conversation that's lingering among the surface. Which
is like, we should break up. Like, I think that's the deeper conversation. Like, if you're in bed together, and what if you ghost to fuck somebody? I just whatever.
Well, not to cut your story, but I do want to bring up maybe now the difference between the sexual and emotional intimacy, because I feel like those people then, like, yes, they can still probably be very sexually intimate, but I wonder if their foundation of emotional intimacy is so strong and deep that they're like, regardless of the fucking that happens even down the street from me right now, I come back and I'm with you.
Well, that's basically, so yeah, that does kind of tie into the next part of my story, which is so I gave it a shot. It was like ripping my hair out crazy. Like, I really felt like Hannah in Girls in such a crazy way. I'll never forget, we were filming an episode and Ross sent me a text about asking about a parameter about potentially like hooking up with somebody. And I literally was like, we have to cut the cameras. I need to order a burger right now and eat it. I'm going to kill somebody. Like, I was like, this is it. We're done. Like, let's pack it up.
The idea of like the response being, I need to eat a burger.
I'll never, we got Blue Collar.
Yeah, we did. I remember that night.
Yes. And I was like, I'm going to go break up with Ross now. I was like, I'll be back in 25 minutes. Like,
I mean, and I was there for you, but I was like, yes, we're getting Blue Collar.
So we went on a crazy walk where I really was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why do you like I'm not stupid. Like, I don't think this should be happening, whatever. And I mean, his response was like, I wish you had told me this earlier. Like, this was basically like the whole point of why we had a conversation was to know if you would be okay with this. Yeah. It's clear you're not okay with it. What now? And so then from there, we closed it up. I'm now remembering we closed it up for a little bit. And that was really helpful because, again, also the whole fight was helpful. It was much more dramatic than that, but it was very helpful because it was laying it all out on the table for me, which I had never done with anyone ever before. And it's like letting someone actually see me kind of be crazy. And we've actually never had a conversation like that ever again. Where I was like truly out of my mind and really angry at him. Like, everything since then has been a bump and a discussion versus like a blow up. Or else I think it'd be a really different story we're telling right now. Yeah. But it was in that period then when I really did obviously form a deep, intimate, emotional bond with Ross, where I was starting to understand like the difference between a sexual intimacy and emotional intimacy. Because I think ultimately what scares me about an open relationship is the idea of that person going and fucking somebody and falling in love with them and cheating on you and breaking up with you. Like, that's kind of the whole issue, right? Wouldn't you say? Like that's the issue. It's like, why would you want somebody else instead of me? Yeah. Like, I'm here. Why? I'm still bejeweled. Like, what are you talking about?
I mean, like, I hate to always bring up our childhood and bring up, like, how we grew up and what we looked like or whatever. But I think, like, even for me, when I entered on the apps, like, all I was looking for was male attention, right? Like, all I was looking for validation, even in body. So, like, getting that affirmation from somebody, or, like, having your partner go somewhere else and give their attention to them is already, for me, like, I'm experiencing rejection.
Right, exactly. And then I think that, so for me, that was my concern. Yeah. And then it got to a point where it really dawned on me that I was like, this is someone who I have put like, I have put so much work in and he has put so much work in to get to know. And like, we have revealed like our soft underbellies to each other. Like, we have told each other like all of like the darkest, deepest parts about ourselves. And that's really when I was like, okay, this is love. This is like a relationship. And I was like, the idea of either one of us having that happen outside of this relationship because of a hookup seems truly like an extraneous, absurd situation. Like, I was like, it's really different to fuck somebody and also like then to like love somebody and get to know somebody.
So you think that there is a substantial difference between love and lust?
Yeah, of course. Yes. Yeah. Okay. And I think, I mean, like, it was definitely, again, a learning period, challenges, and also our establishing rules and communication. But that was where I was like, you know what? I'm not too worried about this relationship ending as a result of one of us fucking somebody else. Yeah. And that was a good feeling. And then from there, it was about establishing rules.
Yeah. And do you feel comfortable sharing? What are some of those rules?
The rules are, I love that I didn't even tell Ross we're doing this episode. I didn't even ask
it's actually him, like, just like okay an inside scoop at Joe's relationship.
It's really, I mean, like, again, to the point, I don't want to be sitting on Grindr in the same city as you. So it's really like when one of us is traveling, both of us are allowed to use the apps. If we're not in the same city, if we like can't, if we can't fuck each other, you can fuck somebody else, basically, is what it is. And so if we're away, I mean, there are sometimes imbalances that need to be addressed, because it's like, me and you will go on tour and I'm sharing a bedroom with you for a week, and I'm like, that's a completely Ross is a whole different situation here back home. Correct. You know what I mean? So that's interesting. I happen to care less and less because I don't feel any sort of like desire to manipulate or control the situation. I'm kind of like, I know you're coming back to my house and you're going to my apartment like when I get back, and you're gonna have like flowers and food for me, so whatever. But that was the biggest rule. Okay. Also, like, not fucking people we know, you know what I mean? That's important, like, that seems crazy to me. And that has limitations too, I feel, or like exceptions. Like, it's like, we're gay, we know everybody knows everybody, but it's like, I don't want to find out that you're fucking somebody that we both know and hang out with. Yeah,
like that's like we're at a party that night and like we've seen them multiple times in a friend group setting. Yeah,
like that's crazy to me.
A question about that, like, do you guys allow? Because this is actually really good research and development for me. Yeah. I think this is good as I go into hopefully a relationship one day. But I feel like please. I've thought about this a lot, and I'm like, I don't know if I would personally feel comfortable with somebody hooking up with the same person more than once. Like, maybe twice, but like, I think that it's easy for me to distinguish love and lust, especially if it's like a one-off situation. Darkroom, sure, if you're like a hookup, a Grindr hookup, whatever. But if it's something that becomes consistent, or you're like, to Grant's point, I don't want the flirting to even be involved. Like, do not DM me and flirt with me.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because it plays with my emotions as somebody who's like not necessarily been in a relationship, or somebody who's like looking for emotional intimacy. You are playing the card of emotional intimacy.
I find that pretty crazy. I do find that crazy. Like, I definitely have had flare-ups.
Of course,
there's stories that you and I both know. Yes. Where like, but that is like literally the most disorienting situation of all time, where I'm like, wait, this is not the point of this. Like, this is actually the exact opposite of what the plan was. I do think it's crazy to flirt with people. Hey, flirt, whatever, close friend story, go ahead. Like, I don't really have a problem with that. I do think recurring characters is a really huge red flag.
It's a sticky situation, because I also think that, like, to your point, if the relationship ever got on rocky road, I love that flavor.
Rocky Road ice cream.
I could fuck a rocky road right now. But if it ever got on rocky road, sorry. But I mean, like, tell me you wouldn't. Okay, anyways, if your relationship got on rocky road and this person was already messaging them here and there, they've hooked up more than once, it's like, okay, your relationship ends. The last thing I want to see too is now that person ended up with Peter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it was the foundation was already laid for you to just slide right in.
Yeah, no. I do think that, I think
yeah, it's like a tough
characters. I think recurring characters are really crazy.
Okay. So any other rules?
I mean, not necessarily.
You feel is your parameters of open relationships too? Like, have you guys tried thirds? Have you thought about bringing?
Yeah, I mean, we've gone to events. You know what I mean?
Do you experience jealousy in those situations?
Not really.
Okay.
I don't really. The thing is, like, I don't know. Maybe it's like detachment, like in a crazy way, but I don't. Something changed in my brain chemistry and it's just like the stereotypical gay man. Like, I do not see sex as a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, and I really like that was like gay Catholic upbringing. Like, that was the biggest deal in the entire world. And now I just like, I don't really care. You know what I mean?
No, I do know,
especially
what you
because
mean.
I know, like, when you, like, a post nut clarity moment, it's like, get me out of like, so it's just like, I'm like, okay, like, I really don't experience jealousy in that situation.
Okay. But I guess that also is like takes time. I'm sure you've been in a relationship for almost 3 years, so like jealousy, I'm sure, is not formed right off the bat. But like, my biggest fear is that I am a jealous person. Yeah. And like, I also have been thinking about open relationships, and I feel like what's tough though about those situations is if I go into a conversation with somebody or I'm on a date with them and we have a conversation about what they're looking for and they're like, I'm only looking for monogamy, I immediately count them out because I'm afraid that I'm going to do something wrong or I'm going to have an urge that like isn't including them, and I immediately shut off that part of me.
I mean, I get that. I think that that's fair. I think that that's actually responsible, especially because in the gay community, the open relationships are very available.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a lot easier to maintain a relationship when you aren't worried about infidelity in that way, when it's kind of QC'd and okayed, and you kind of like can say that this is like a part of, like, when, I mean, it's ethical non-monogamy for a reason. Like, it's like it eliminates a huge challenge and a huge obstacle for so many relationships. Like, it's undeniable that I think being open does make the longevity of a relationship higher. Yeah. Unless you're not built for it. But if you are built for it, like, I'm sure there are relationships where it is eating, like it was for me in the beginning, eating away at one partner and the other partner is eating away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That other partner is eating
away. And that's, I'm sure also, and maybe those relationships will last until a blow up. But I think when it is done right, and I don't know, I mean, I can't speak to how frequently it is done right.
Yeah.
But when it is, I think it directly, to your point, like, contributes to eliminating that fear and eliminating that anxiety. I just think it really is case by case and person by person. I think we also are also programmed for monogamy and programmed for closed relationships. The idea of deprogramming that is so much work and so hard that if you don't want to or have any desire to, it's like, why would you bother? You know?
But I think that like a fear in anybody's relationship is the idea of cheating, and I think when you set parameters around what it is to be non-monogamous and to be open, like, it kind of does shed the layer of feeling like your partner cheated on you, unless they like went against the rules that you guys put in place, and that's a completely different conversation. But I think that is the reason that when I go on dates with people, I immediately count off the monogamy and somebody who's not willing to budge. If somebody's like, I want to start monogamous or I want monogamy
which
at
I think
first,
everyone should do.
Yes, and then like I'm willing to open it up from there. That's actually exactly what I'm looking for, and I don't have a timeline on when I would want to open it up at all. But my biggest fear is like, I don't believe I would be a cheater, but I do believe I cannot see myself with one person for the rest of my life.
Yeah. I know that for a lot of people, again, especially when you haven't challenged it, and again, if you have no desire to challenge it, that seems outlandish.
Yeah.
It's like the bare minimum should be that. But to me, on the opposite end of it, I'm like, of course, like literally, of course. And how many marriages, how many relationships end in affairs and infidelity?
Yeah.
Like, if different constraints were put on the relationship, if more communication was put at the forefront, would those relationships last? Should they? Different question, maybe. But it's would they? Probably, you know?
Because I think a lot of the times conversations aren't had around the non-monogamy, especially in straight relationships. Then it leads to a lot of, you know, DMs, or you caught them cheating, or even if it was emotional cheating, like that means a lot to people.
Now let me ask you some questions.
Please.
I'm gonna have you. You're in a relationship, right?
Oh God, yes.
And so I have some questions because I'll scroll Reddit and I see some like, am I overreacting posts and stuff that really surprised me. Your boyfriend subscribes to 10 OnlyFans accounts. Does that bother you?
No.
Same. But it does bother a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your boyfriend follows like 50.
If my boyfriend is following 10 OnlyFans accounts and subscribing to them, girl, get that bag. Like, you're spending $100 a month on OnlyFans is insane. But if it would be different if they were like, because clearly you're watching their content, you are kind of lusting after them. If you are wanting to fuck them, you know what? Like, if you want to get out of your system, sure. But like, girl, I can do whatever they're doing in that video to the 9s, to the 10s. Okay, like, what do you want me to do?
Confidence, yeah.
No, I literally, you want me to do a split on it? I'll do a split on it. What do you need?
Okay, that seems troubling to me. Immediately now you see competition with the OnlyFans people.
Yeah, so suddenly I'm starting my own account. I'm like, babe, you don't want to subscribe?
you're like $100 a month.
I'm like, wait, that's weird because mine's actually 30% off for this month.
Your boyfriend follows like 50 like thought accounts on Instagram and likes and comments.
Do they look like me?
No.
It's almost like
six pack.
It's almost giving like somebody that no shade like six pack.
No shade like six pack.
No shade like muscle twink.
Muscle twinks.
I think that I would. And this
likes
comes back
and comments.
Comments like water need
emojis.
That poutine. Like need that bad.
Like tongue emoji. Fire emoji.
Like squirt.
Yeah, squirt emojis.
See, that's where I think it goes back to the jealousy aspect.
Yeah.
And I do believe that would actually really trouble me. Especially if I was scrolling and let's say it was a suggested post.
And you see that.
And I see because it will be suggested under the comments, the first thing I would see would be like my boyfriend squirting for this man.
That would be
literally commenting, I'm squirting for you.
But what if he's not commenting? What if he's liking only?
If he's liking only, sure, but at the same exact time, oh no, I'm gonna out myself as a crazy person because I'm like, he's liking that post, but then is he DMing this man? So
what if he's not liking and he's just following?
That's different. I think that's different. If you're engaging in activity with this man, we're going to have a discussion. I think I'm going to need to know if my boyfriend is, I'm a helicopter boyfriend. I'm going to need to know if my boyfriend is like DMing these men on the reg, no shade.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's fair, I would say.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, to Grant's point, like if I was the boyfriend of that man.
That would bother me a lot.
And Grant was like internet person and you're now sliding into the DMs and giving it a little flirt.
Yeah.
Oh, girl, we're going to get dinner that night, right? We're going to get dinner that night, and we're going to have a long conversation.
Where are you going for dinner?
Oh, where are we going? Wherever he's willing to put down his fat credit card, because he already has 10 OnlyFans that he's subscribing to, so might as well add it to the debt.
So next question for you, because it seems like we're really learning a lot here. You're in a relationship.
Yeah.
And your boyfriend wants to go to Fire Island without you.
Okay. Okay. You know what? I think that is totally fine. I think to your point of like you are in different spaces, I think it would be an adjustment, especially if it was at the beginning, right? If I felt very confident about my boyfriend and the things that he would be doing, I'm not going to deprive him of a darkroom experience or a one-off experience. Again, if you were there for the week and I find out you're with Cody's your boo thing for the week, Cody is being called up, he's the bottom of the week. Sister Sue, it's not looking good for you.
But do you feel like Fire Island is like a no man's land? Like it's like Ryan. I was with Ryan last night, and he said it's basically like
what happens
like
on the
open
island?
waters. It's like the laws are different in Fire Island.
The laws are different on Fire Island. I think that like well, I'll find out soon. You can do whatever you want there. I really do believe like you can do whatever you want there if that's the case. I don't want to ever meet Cody.
Right.
Yeah. Like you can tell me about Cody. I don't ever want to see his face. Right. Oh no, I'm gonna be nasty.
Also, this is a new thing to introduce here, because I'm wondering for you, because I would say not only are you a jealous person, no shade.
Yeah, no
you're
shade.
An incredibly, horrifically competitive person.
Yes.
Your boyfriend is fucking one person a week. One stranger a week, different person each week.
Okay.
Are you fucking two? Or are you fucking one? Like, are you trying to make sure that it's like, are you keeping score?
It's like when Joe would go on dates at our old apartment, like when he was still actively dating, like I would have to schedule a date for that night because if he was out, I had to be out. Right. That's the way that my brain works when it comes to competition. So that's a really great question. Would I be fucking 2 a week? Potentially, I'd be fucking 2 in one day.
Oh.
No, if he was fucking one person, I think that would be a rule. Again, all of these questions that are coming at me, I haven't even established my rules yet. So now I'm learning about my rules. I don't think I would really even allow the fucking one time a week. Again, if we are living in the same city and you're living in, you're in fucking Cobble Hill and I'm here, like, girl, we're gonna have to figure out a way to get to each other.
That's long distance to me.
That is kind of really
I actually think that if you lived in Cobble Hill and your boyfriend lived in Bushwick, that means you guys could be in an open relationship and fuck daily other people, because that's a long commute.
I only try to date people who are at least one. No, I mean, girl, have I dated? These are like I go on a date with them.
Dates with people who
Washington Heights.
Yes. Multiple times.
Why do you think I'm going on the dates with them? It's bad intentions.
New Jersey.
Bad intentions. Like I'm trying to get
far away.
Yeah, because I am a deeply horny individual, and it sucks. And I think a lot of the times I go on dates with people, I don't have the right intentions, and I can at least recognize.
No, but you've also been near relationships with people who live in different boroughs. Near relationship.
I'm almost in relationships with people who live in different countries.
Yes, that's true. That's actually very true.
Like I would love.
I could name a man in multiple countries.
England could name one.
Dubai.
Dubai. You know, there's at least 10, like for sure in that area. Australia didn't have a man in Australia. Well, I have my eyes set on one man in Australia. Hopefully one day.
Ross's friends?
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, if he was fucking one person a week, I think that we would have the conversation about being like, okay, what's up? Like, was my whole like not good for you that week? Like you're gonna fuck me 6 times that week, or are we only gonna fuck 2 times that week? And then so I'm getting 67% and someone else is getting 33% of the pie. Like for me, it's like if we're splitting a pizza pie, like and I like that's so fine. Like I'm willing to share a few slices, but like I need more slices, you know?
Yeah.
So if Cody wants 2 slices that week, Cody can get 2 slices that week.
Yeah.
I guess it would be fine if I was getting more slices than Cody. Yeah.
Cody's not your boyfriend. Cody's his side piece.
Cody's
I wasn't
the side
saying
piece.
that he was fucking Cody 4 times a month. I was saying different man a week. And would you feel like you had to keep up with that?
No.
Now, another conversation here. See, in terms of communication, I early on was like, I don't really want to know what's up unless I ask. But like, I don't necessarily want to surrender information nor randomly receive. I think it would change now. That was a very early on rule, and it has kind of changed.
Okay. So let's picture this.
Okay.
Ross came back from a trip, and he's like, Joe, you're never gonna believe this sexy bottom I fucked.
The thing is, like, that conversation would never happen. Like, that would be crazy.
So he would never approach it that way. He would be like,
no,
babe, like, so I I fucked someone this week, and you're like, oh, okay. Is it like that, or he's just not even bringing it up?
That was crazy what you just did. Like the whole situation, you playing both characters was crazy. It's more so the latter, but not as like scared and standoffish as you made it just now.
Like he's like petrified to say
it. Yeah, no, that's not really the case. And also, I would say it is asking.
He's waiting for that green light. He wants it.
Who? What do you mean?
Ross is asking for your green light to see if he can hook up with somebody.
No, I'm saying asking if after like asking each other like, oh, did you do anything this week, or like if we're away or something, versus like I don't want real-time updates.
Got it.
At all. And
like
that was
on the way.
Like I originally asked for that. And that was crazy again early on in your relationship, being like you're
leaving.
Like, yeah, like being like, this is so fucking crazy. What am I doing? That was crazy. Yeah, I much prefer like, I think making it like a mandatory conversation. At least again, this is just for me.
A mandatory meeting.
Making it a mandatory meeting. It feels like it just makes it bigger than it is. Like I like the idea of treating it as low key. I like the idea of treating it as low stakes, and it's like just another thing going on in our lives. That's at the least interesting and least important thing going on in our relationship and our lives is like who one of us jerked off with last weekend. Do you know what I mean? Like,
oh, jerking? That jerking I would do with anyone that wanted to with me, especially if I was in a relationship. To me, that's like the least form of intimacy.
Kind of like the main situation in mine. Yeah.
That's so fine. That's like, let's whip it out. Let's go, girl. What? You know what I mean? Let's get to the races. It's like battleships in here. Let's get to it. You know?
No, I have no idea what you mean.
Oh. I'm just saying, like, if like that's the case, like if I'm in a situation like and I'm allowed to jerk with someone, like I'd be willing to whip it out.
Okay.
Sex is different.
I don't know. That's also a whole different conversation. Like, of course, like physical penetration, oral sex, anal sex, oral sex, and masturbation, mutual masturbation are all three very different things.
Very.
But I also kind of consider any of those things one.
I can see that.
I think it's crazy that you would not care that your boyfriend is jerking off with somebody every single day, and that's fine with you. It could be daily, and you wouldn't bat an eye. But
well, I mean, what are the like? What are we talking here?
I'm saying,
like
you
in the
said
room,
if he's
across from him like this, and he's making eye contact, and it's like intimate that way,
and
they're just like jerking.
Yes.
Are they making out, and are they
yeah,
touching?
Sure.
Okay, well, I mean, if it's like a built up moment and they're making out, they're being touching, and then they're jerking.
I wasn't saying two people sitting in a room, both facing the corner like the Blair Witch, not looking at, acknowledging each other's existence.
Well, now suddenly I have a problem.
Okay, see, that makes sense then.
Suddenly have a problem. But I will say one thing that I've been thinking about lately when I'm in a relationship that I think I actually will enjoy is the third situation and bringing someone in. But there's something else to me being like, I don't even really want to partake. I kind of just want to watch and kind of be like, you know, like the boyfriend who's like, yeah,
the cuck.
Yeah. He's treating you nice. You like that? See, like, to me,
I have that finished chocolate chip cookies in the oven after this. every 3 minutes, you're going, I'm smacking them. Holy shit. I'm at the Mixmaster. I'm whipping up desserts. Holy shit. Oh my God, you're so right. Like, I'm making the thin chocolate chip cookies that take me slapping the pan every 3 minutes. Oh my God. I'll be like, baby, I'll be right back. Enjoy it.
You're
like, no touching. No touching while I'm gone.
I go to the other guy. I'm like, cookies are ready in 5.
Gluten intolerant.
Oh shit. Yeah. I think that I would be into, I definitely would be into that. That feels a little bit more like I can protect my own peace as well. Like, I'm like,
yeah, you're there
in this situation. Yeah. Like, it's hot. Like, he got what he needed.
Right. I also feel like a lot of it is a journey. Like, yeah. I think that I also remember saying this. I've said this in the podcast, but where I said this to Ross when it was like trying to figure out what we wanted to do in our relationship. I was like, I think, again, if we want to be in a relationship for a long time, a lot about us is going to change. Like, if we're imagining the idea of this relationship being a long-term partnership, we will both change fundamentally 55 times throughout that. Like, and what we want and what we need and what we find okay, what we find not okay, like, that will constantly be in flux. Yeah. And so what the rules now, the vibes now, aren't necessarily us setting it in stone forever, and we need to like kind of accept and acknowledge that now, so that 6 months from now, 2 years from now, 7 years from now, it's not like, oh shit, we're no longer built for this relationship. Yeah. And that's like even to people who are in monogamous relationships who are considering it, because I also just know there are so many listeners of this podcast who are women in heterosexual relationships who have discovered recently or have never acted on bisexual feelings. And I'm like, there's a world where that can happen for you, girl, if you want it. You know what I mean? Like, if it's something where you're like, I can't imagine like dying without hooking up with a woman, like, that's a conversation. It's a crazy conversation, and it's scary. Obviously, it's very scary, because then you don't want your boyfriend to go fuck a woman too.
I was thinking, like, I feel like I know a lot of girls that I've talked to that are in relationships that would be like, yeah, I'm okay with a third if it's another guy. Right. But if it's another girl, they would have an actual conniption.
Yeah, well, I get that. I think that the privilege of being in a gay relationship is the fact that gender dynamic doesn't come into play, because I kind of can't imagine it. No. I kind of think that requires a whole different level of trust, and I just feel like, I don't know. It just,
I think, well, I think what I've learned, I mean, and maybe I'm overstepping my boundaries. But I do think that men in general tend to be like very animalistic beings. They're like, look at gays. They're like, they are trying to fucking suck all the time. I think women are also very sexual beings, but I think that they are craving more emotional intimacy as well. I do think
that's case by case, and I do think that's stereotypical. Sure. You know what I mean? Like,
I think that based on conversations that I've had, I can only poll a few people. Right. And the polls are skewing one way. Right. Yeah. So maybe the people that I tend to surround myself with are stereotypical, but I feel like that's from what I've heard. Yeah. But I think that's why like sex is not as meaningful to gays as like I can differentiate between like the sexual intimacy and the emotional intimacy. But when emotional intimacy is there, then I'm like, oh girl, you're the one for me. Right. Yeah. But that's why love bombing hurts. Yeah. Because it's like, don't tell me I'm the one. Don't give me all these affirmations. Don't want to cuddle with me. And then you're going to leave me in the dust. Me spiraling out of nowhere in the middle of the episode.
And I'm like, you got it. Like, all I'm thinking is like, enough with the love bombing shit. Look, recognize the red flags and run away. Recognize the red flags and run away. Yeah. Recognize the red flags and run away. Run away. No one should be treating you like their boyfriend before your 5th or 6th date. No one should be saying things to you that you've heard in a movie before on your 2nd date. Ugh. Like, that should not be happening. You should not be hearing affirmations that are changing your life on your 3rd date with somebody. No. And
I'm a sucker.
I know you are.
I'm a sucker. I fall into a trap.
Yes.
I say, you want to love bomb me? You're my husband. Please, you're my husband. And like, I have fantasized my life with you already, even though like I wasn't with you, and I went home, and then, oh my God, you blocked me. Yeah, so that's usually how it goes. But to bring it back to Grant, no shade, do you believe like what he said? There's 2 parts.
I don't believe a word Grant ever says, but what is this?
So there's 2 parts. He did call people who are in open relationships selfish beings.
Yeah, I think that's crazy.
Okay, so you don't believe that? Like, no, I also think that's crazy. That like, I don't think that.
I think he has some deprogramming to do. Do you know what I mean?
You think that also like
I also think that level of judgment is just not the tea. Like, it's like, I mean, like, our new thing is like a judgment-free podcast. Like last week, like, it's just, once again, it's like what's good for you may be horrible for me, but I can't decide that that's bad for you. Yes. How am I supposed to know that?
But I agree with you. I think that on his behalf, looking into relationships or looking for people who are classified as single, it's hard to be able to read somebody's profile, especially like if they're not posting their boyfriend that many times.
Well, that's like me right now. Like, I don't post Ross really.
Joe's getting reached out to for
so
every
many
dating show.
Like, I'm like, I get the birthday better come around. Like we need some posts.
So
I don't want to post any personal stuff anymore on my Instagram. So it is like, I'm just fully, there's no indicator. No indicator. And I've been in situations that you know about where I was like, does this person know that I'm in a relationship? And am I being the person that Grant's describing right now by not like flagging it and letting you know that immediately? Like that.
And feeding into their behavior, feeding into like how they're feeling.
Right. And that's like, and that's not a good feeling, obviously. But I think that, but I've never been one to like solicit.
No.
That to me is different.
No.
But yeah, I definitely have been in situations where I am like, I think I may be the villain in Grant's life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can see that. But I mean, again, like, I personally don't necessarily care. Like, if I'm hooking up with somebody and says open relationship, I know going into it,
right,
like, it's, you know what, it's going to be a one-off situation. Maybe I'll see him around again and be like, hey, what's up? But I'm not like looking to find the love of my life in that situation.
Right.
Some people are looking to find the love of their lives.
Yeah.
You know, and some people are looking for a good time.
Right.
And that's the difference.
Right. What's your second question?
The second question was going to be the emotional immaturity front.
I think it's the polar opposite.
Yeah, I completely
agree. Think that it requires an insane amount of emotional maturity to do an open relationship properly.
Yes.
I think doing it improperly, is immaturity. But I think if you actually want to be in a relationship that lasts, any version of a relationship requires emotional maturity.
And I think that people think, like, a lot of people might think open relationships are just like, you are bending people over left and right. You can fuck anybody that you want.
And for some people that is the case.
Yes. But for some people there are specific parameters about what it means to be open.
And then I feel like there is also this like meme about like how crazy the rules are. It's like, oh, on like Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, this happens, whatever. It's like also the rules can be so simple as like, you're not fucking somebody if I'm in town.
Yeah.
End of situation. Like, and then like other than that, it's case by case.
Who created monogamy?
That's a great question, and I wish I had my iPad because I'm sure it's a really interesting conversation. I'm sure it goes back to like some church at some point, but we'll never know. You and I will never know.
We will never know, but I do believe it is a concept that was created by somebody that has became the norm.
Yeah,
for
but there
the
are
entire
monogamous
society.
Animals, like penguins mate for life. There's other animals that mate for life. Polyamory, whole different situation. In open relationships, there is still a mate for life concept, but with like a polyamory situation, there is like multiple mates for life. But there are many animals that mate for life.
Do you know any open relationship animals?
A lot of them. Yeah.
A lot of them are just like, they like have their girl and then they're like, let's go. Hey, Sister Sue.
Well, I guess not. I guess more so they're not really mating for life. So they're not really open relationship. They're just kind of.
They're just like having fun.
Yeah.
They're like going to blow buddies.
Yeah. They're going to blow buddies, I guess.
Like once a week. Yeah, like I don't think I could be necessarily in a sister wife situation. I think that's not what I'm looking for.
I think you would thrive in a situation like that, though.
It's like everyone's coming over my house for chicken parmesan.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
the competition that you would feel in that situation.
Holy shit! Like, I'm not kidding. It wouldn't be good.
You'd be killing.
Would be like
there'd be killings.
There
happening.
Would be maybe killings happening, but like. Once they have like a family and there's like children, like I'm gonna need to have at least a few kids with him. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm gonna need to have a few kids with him. Like I'm gonna give birth, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
But I do believe that I could be friends with some of them. Mm-hmm. If he was like bi and like I had like some sisters,
well, of course, yeah, that'd be
like
great.
those are my girls.
Yeah.
But not too much
for a bisexual, polyamorous man who has sister wives and you.
Yeah, but not too much. Okay, not too much. He can be over my house a little bit more. There I go with the competition.
Yeah,
there I go. I'm wafting the cookie smell.
You're gonna knock this one over.
The day I die on camera, I'm wafting the cookie smell out the window to lure him in.
I think it's time for us to go to the guidance office.
Yes, it is, Joe. Good children to the guidance office. Do you know how to call into the guidance office? Actually, Joe, how about you tell them how to call into the guidance office?
To call into the guidance office, all you have to do is type these little numbers into your cell phone. 516-366-0826.
Wow. 516-366-0826.
Hi, Andrew and Joe. It's Meg calling back with an update. I have jerked it and sucked it. I jerked it and sucked it, finally. And it was not a big deal at all. It was actually divine. Like you guys said, like it was just cool, calm, and collected. I really didn't even notice. I was a little intoxicated, I had a few cocktails, but it was a grand old time. I just threw my hair up in a pony, took my rings off, and clocked into my shift. So I am super grateful for your guys' advice. And through this, I really pulled back a layer of myself in this journey. And I realized that fear is just a construct in our mind. And once we overcome that, we can do anything. So I'm so ready to go out there and have a foreskin summer. Let your foreskin fly. And I love you guys, and I love your foreskin. Thank you.
Meg, like, I'm not kidding. I want you to be a reoccurring
A Star
caller.
Is Born.
A Star Is Born. Meg, you need to be putting yourself out there on every social media platform.
Yes,
monetizing immediately. Just hearing I jerked it and sucked it is...
I took my rings off
and I clocked into my shift. I'm going to start saying that.
I love her. Meg,
So
Meg,
good.
we listened to that in the car the other day, and it was like actually like getting a call from like Taylor Swift. It was really crazy.
And I had 2 people reach out to me, personal friends, that were like, the girl that called in talking about jerking and sucking it was cracking me up. I was sobbing. And this call in was even better than
it was
the
even
first.
better. Yeah, Meg, you are a star. Please call in whenever you feel necessary. I almost want to add your name to the contacts list so we don't miss a voicemail from you. But I'm really happy for you.
Yes.
I loved what you said at the end. You peeled back a layer of yourself as well. And fear is just a construct.
And I think that Meg is a really good example for everybody out there that is maybe potentially afraid of an uncircumcised penis, because I think people do have conversations around that. It might freak them out. But like Meg said, it's not scary. If anything, it was a great time. She sounded like she had a lot of joy in that voice when she said she jerked it and sucked it.
Yeah, she's happy.
So it is a foreskin summer. So maybe if that's the case, find a foreskin you want to jerk and suck.
Yeah, that's sweet.
That's so sweet.
That's really sweet. I've been thinking a lot lately about what's right up my alley.
Oh, God.
I'm tired of rumors starting. Andrew, what's right up your alley this week?
Right up my alley this week, Joe, is being medicated.
Oh, my God.
Yes, I popped my first pill, you guys.
When? Today? Oh, wow.
Yeah, I popped my first pill. I'm on my ADHD journey. And we're gonna see how it affects me. But I decided to take medical advice, and I decided to talk to people. And you know what? I'm open about talking about it. They put me on a non-stimulant though.
That's
the last thing I need
is any more
is
stimulation.
actually any more stimulation.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah,
It'd be
so
really scary.
I'm non-stimulated. He did say, the doctor said it should take about a month for me to actually feel full effect. So talk to me in about 30 days.
Okay.
And I'll let you know.
I can't wait to see you then.
When you see me in 30 days, and I'm honed in on everything that you are saying.
You're like, yes.
Even off camera, I'm not picking up my phone when people are speaking to me. I'm listening to everything that's going on. My room is tidy. Please. Yeah, so that's my rumor this week. Guys, if you feel like you're struggling with something, talk to a professional.
I love that. That's really sweet. My rumor this week, you guys, is getting a fish.
Yep.
So I'm going to tell my quick little long story about my fish tank. If you guys remember, last winter I got Snow Cone the betta fish. He lived with my neon tetra and my Cory catfish, my laser Corys, in my 20-gallon tank. Unfortunately, something went wrong, and it's my fault. What I did was I poured in a live culture of brine shrimp that I was raising in my room. Mm-hmm. And that's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to fish out the brine shrimp and then put them in and wash them off. So I believe there was some sort of bacterial infection bloom in the tank, and unfortunately it got Snow Cone. It got Snow Cone, and it got some of his sisters. It got some of the other fish. That was a dark time in our apartment. It was a dark time in our lives. And
because you never wanted Snow Cone or his sisters to go out thinking like with disease.
Right. No,
you
God
know?
forbid.
And that you always try to cure at a beautiful space.
Right. And so I had him in a hospital tank. I was trying to save his life. It just didn't happen. And that was a tough time. Snow Cone is now buried in my Monstera in my bedroom which really bothers Ross, that there's a rotting fish under that surface, but it's really good for the plants. So it's also, snow cone will always be with us now. You know what I mean?
Is there there's no smell?
There's no smell because he's buried deep enough.
Oh, good.
Yeah. If there was a smell, I'd be really concerned.
I mean, I would be like,
if there was a rotting fish smell in the room. Also, he's like this big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I put any roly polies I drop right in that tank,
Smart.
and they're breaking him down. Real ecosystems happening.
So if I find roly polies down here, which I often
bring them
upstairs.
right up into my room, drop them in that big plant, please.
Okay,
Literally, please. And they're happier for it. Like, they have a safe space to live out their lives. Everyone's crazy of me, but so be it.
Whatever.
After a very long time, because I had to dose that tank with so many meds because they all still kept dying off one by one for months, it was finally time. I took a risk. I put myself out there. I got another betta fish. His name is Jaws. He's very small. Snow cone was a king betta, so he was like big. Jaws is so
baby
tiny.
betta.
He's so tiny. I am obsessed. I feel like when like my childhood dog died and then we got Otto, I was like, this feels the same feeling. I have a puppy in my room that I get to look at right now, and it's really sweet. A little bit sad, of course. Snow cone's memory, may he rest. We will always honor him.
Jaws will never replace Snow cone because Snow cone and Jaws are different.
Exactly. But Jaws he's so tiny and he's so pretty. I love him. I'm gonna get another betta fish in my other tank.
That's sweet. I like that rumor. I think that it's like, you really, again, sometimes people forget, like, you father a lot and you like also have to take care of yourself. And I really think that's really hard. Like, you have a whole ecosystem and it is different than children. Like, I understand that like, people are sustaining life
than children.
Like, I understand that. And like, that is also hard in a different way, but you are fostering an ecosystem that is not natural to you, but you have learned the ins and outs on how to create and nurture marine life, and that's beautiful. Joe,
thank you.
You're welcome.
And I guess my roommate is having a hobby, doing something that you wake up and, or like you get home from work, you do something. It's like not phone. It is so nice to do something else, even if it's strenuous, even if it's sad.
Joe's boiling leaves. I come in, I'm like, "Ooh, what are you cooking?"
Leaves.
No, he's boiling leaves for these fish, for the ambiance of a tank.
Well, that's not what it's for. Indian almond leaves, they release tannins, and tannins are very good for fish's health. It's like basically tea. So when I'm boiling a leaf, that's how.
Who's in the bottom
made.
Tank now?
No one right now. That's currently being cycled to add in somebody. I don't know who yet. It's a small tank though. So
oh my god, this is literally like a competition.
And then like I'm moving.
It's like the Masked Singer. Like, who is it?
I'm moving to London, so it's like I already have to have a conversation with my mom where I'm like, you're gonna have to host three fish tanks for a whole summer.
How do you get them back?
It's not gonna be too tough. Anthony has a pickup truck. We have to drain the tanks and then put the fish in buckets. And then like the tanks, because the tanks are so heavy.
Yeah.
And then you bring those tanks in, and then you put the fish and the water back in.
Okay.
It's like not the hardest thing in the world.
Okay.
It is going to be like
really
horrible couple of hours.
Fish last at a fair. Yeah, no,
they're going to be fine.
They're
in the
so
bucket.
fine.
They're fine in the bucket. More concerning is the tanks breaking. But we'll see. That's neither here nor there.
Don't think about the future when you're living in the present.
Exactly. And now it's time for us to bring that back.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew, what's something from your childhood you would like to bring back?
Ooh, you know what? I've been thinking. I guess it's always about food for me. But you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to bring it back. I want to bring back snap bracelets. Those ones that go around your wrist. But slap bracelets. I'll tell you why. Because one, my wrists have been very plain lately. I don't even wear bracelets, but I do think that there is something chic that you can make a very chic snap bracelet. You don't think so?
Yeah,
and sometimes you want to feel something when you're getting slapped in the wrist. I was originally going to say toaster strudel. That still exists. I can just pick them up at the store, but I'm not doing that because I'm not a kid. But I actually have recognized, like, sometimes you can allow yourself the same luxuries that you had as a child when you are an adult. Yeah. And just because you have this mindset now of some sort of like health perspective that society is telling you, that doesn't mean you can't drizzle a little bit of icing on a strawberry toaster strudel at 7:30 in the morning when you're 29 years old.
I feel like you were doing toaster strudel in our first apartment.
I think we were doing toaster strudel because it was like snack of the week.
Oh, it was snack of the week. It was snack of the week.
It was snack of the week.
But not even in the podcast. That was like 2020.
We
had toaster strudels in COVID on Zoom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I would say snap bracelets and toaster strudels.
That's
Why
great.
not hit them with both?
I'm going to say these bottles, I've talked about them before. Like, listen, you can buy every expensive water bottle in the world. And I have them all to show for it. And it's sad.
You literally, like, I opened up the cabinet and there's about
every kind.
3 to 4 different Owalas plus others, gorgeous colors. But this is what you resort back to.
I think that ultimately you can buy a Gatorade reusable bottle that you used to take it to soccer practice as a kid. Squirt that in your mouth. It gets the job done. 2-for-1 situation. It is the best vessel. It's the easiest vessel. It feels clean, very easy to clean, which is a big issue for me.
The best vessel. I want to get ahead of yourself.
I don't think we should go crazy anymore.
Oh my God. What just happened? Saying that as you said, I don't think we should go crazy anymore was wild.
I woke up 2 nights ago. I know this episode started with I woke up at 3 in the morning. 2 nights ago, I woke up at 12 in the morning. Early night for me to fall asleep. Open my eyes. I'm gonna go like this. I open my eyes. I open my eyes. I go. The biggest bug.
No.
And I was blurry. I just woke up crawling right down my headboard. Couldn't sleep the whole night. So I've been on bug alert now. I've been very scared.
I know that there are bugs in my room.
Yeah.
And I go to sleep knowing that my mouth is open.
Yeah.
And they talk about a vessel.
Yeah.
They are ready to go in it. And I'm sure I'm having a few. Protein.
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck it, right?
Am I right? Thank you guys so much for tuning into this week's episode. Don't forget to do your homework.
Like, comment, subscribe, rate, review. Rate us 5 stars on Spotify. Write a little something nice on Apple Podcasts. And listen, the Good Children Spreading the Good Word Challenge has not ended, and you still have time to submit your referrals, okay? So how about you send this podcast to 5 people that you know? If you want to create some sort of chain link message that's actually incentivizing them with maybe something like someone's going to crawl from underneath your bed if you don't send this to 5 people, we can do that too. But spread the word. And don't forget, you can follow us across all social media platforms at Good Children Pod. I'm on Instagram at Andrew Muscarella, on TikTok at Andrew_Muskie.
I'm on Instagram at Joe Hedges, and on TikTok at Be Quiet Joe. Don't forget, every single Thursday, 8 p.m. EST, brand new episode of The Locker Room, our Patreon exclusive podcast, where you get the real tea. I mean, we got pretty vulnerable and serious this episode, but we get even more serious and even more personal on the actual Patreon. So don't forget. It's link in bio. You can get 2 episodes a month. You can get 4 episodes a month plus access to the chat and the archive. I'm speaking as fast as I possibly can because I really have to pee.
I was really thinking about that. It's like actually really crazy. It's kind of like Trisha Paytas.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye, you guys. Love you.